Áudio é foda, né?
You know what, bro? I'm telling you, man, we need to go ahead and just freestyle on that beat.
Hey, we can do it now.
That would be freaking amazing, man.
We can do it.
We need to do that. Let's see. Did you put something on Twitter? Oh, you sure did. There it is.
Yep.
No, you did. Wait. Yes, you
On
did.
Twitter? Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Because usually it'll be like posted 3 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. It's just got the video on there. Like, what the heck?
Well, I think what happened was when I posted it, I went straight to Facebook and it wasn't done uploading.
Okay.
But yep. Welcome in, everybody. What is happening? It is your favorite bearded legend. And our wonderful
Michelle.
Yeah, this way. Not that way.
It's
that way.
Yeah, over here, not over there. I mean, in fact, since we're doing that, let's see. Yeah, me. Let's focus on me for a minute since he's like,
oh, wow. What up, Juicy? What's good, sis? What is good, sis?
I'm having too much fun with this thing.
How you doing tonight?
Just kick him out, bring him back in. Juicy lives in the house. Juicy, welcome
Juicy
in.
over there getting demonized, playing this scary game over there.
What we playing?
It's this game called Headliners that that SB got some keys to, so nice. they were playing it tonight. It looks fun. It's like it's like content warning, but you're actually newscasters and there's a bunch of stuff happening. Oh my gosh, it's chaotic.
I mean, is it like an indie game?
I don't know if I call it indie. I don't know. But I'm okay. How are y'all? I'm doing good, Juicy. We are doing good. No complaints. Because it wouldn't do us anything. Oh, y'all over there still playing?
Yeah, I when you guys were streaming last night, I was there for a little bit, and then of course I had to get up this morning. Yeah, go to bed, and I don't know, I went to sleep a little earlier. I fell asleep at about 10:45, and then I woke up an hour later because I was watching something on TV, and it was starting to go off. I was like, well, let me turn this TV off and just go to sleep. And from what you said, you guys were screaming for like 5 hours. I'm like, wow.
Bro, we didn't get done till right at midnight.
Dude.
I just happened to look down. I was like, oh, crap. I got to go to bed.
I got some adulting to do tomorrow.
Man, what? A lot of it. Crafty in the building. What's good, sis? Welcome in. Let's see.
What are we talking about tonight?
Oh, fire is what we're gonna talk about tonight.
Yeah. It's gonna be a really interesting topic.
Yeah. I mean, I named the title "The Power Lies Within the Tongue," but there's a little spin to it. But we definitely gonna get here soon. So, how was everybody's week? I know it's the middle of the week, but how's y'all's week been so far?
I know you reference it's the middle of the week, but a lot of people feel like they've already been at war.
Man, what?
When Wednesday comes around, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I hit Wednesday. What was that? Happy 1178. Welcome. Thank you for the follow.
Yo, appreciate the follow.
Over on the Twitch side.
Happy hump day.
We like happy folks.
Yes. By the way, guys, we are live on Twitch and YouTube. So if y'all see us talking to anybody that is not in your chat, we are not weird, okay? Just
not at all. Not at all. Not crazy either. But yeah, when Wednesday usually comes around, people start feeling it, from the pressure of Monday and Tuesday and stuff like. And usually I feel it a little bit, but today was not that bad. Especially seeing as this was like one of my early days having to get up at 5, so I'm feeling good.
You should be.
You wouldn't know anything about that. What you getting up that early?
Yeah, I mean, when I go hunting, that's the only time I get up there early.
Oh yeah, see, all right. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question in a minute. What time does everybody get up here? What time do y'all wake up in the morning? Yeah, y'all write that. Let us know in the chat. Now you Mr. Elmer Fudd, getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go hunting. I know that there's like some therapeutic, characteristics with hunting because I ain't never been hunting before, so I'm just throwing that out there. But how long does it take for y'all to actually just make a, what do you call it, a hit, or we got call
take a shot?
Yeah.
So we pretty much base our hunts based on feeding times. So like there's like major and minor times that the deer will actually be active. So like most of the time deer are actively feeding between 7 and 9 in the morning. So like there's like a 2-hour window between. So and I'll just kind of put in my perspective on how I used to hunt. So the days I would go hunting, I would wake up early and I would get out there no later than 6:45 because my goal is to try to beat the sun, try to get up in the whether I'm in a tree stand or whether I'm on in a box stand. I try to get out there before the sun rises. That way the deer don't see me at all. And then when the sun comes up, I'm already posted and I just watch. I normally stay out there till about 10, 11, and then I'll come out, go get lunch or something, and then I'll go right back out around 2 o'clock and stay till dark. Because when it gets dark, when it's starting to get darker, then they tend to feed more as well. So it just depends on if I'm doing a morning hunt or if I'm doing an afternoon hunt.
You guys got to be like quiet too, right? Like
you got to be absolutely quiet. Now, if you're duck hunting, you can talk all you want, but if you're deer hunting, absolute silence. I mean, even put your phone on D&D silent.
Wow.
Happy you just woke up. Woo.
What side of the world are you on?
Right. Because I want to be on that side.
He just woke up. Maybe he took a nap.
Maybe he took a nap. That is true.
I'm just getting to this point in life where I take naps sometimes, not all the time, but
yeah.
Just the current stage of my life right now, I'm able to afford to do that sometimes. And
yeah,
my idea of a nap is like, I don't know, a good nap, maybe 30 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes. And I know to some people, that don't sound like a little nap. I'm like,
that's
well, to me, yeah. I mean, I don't need like, I don't need to be sleeping for like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying, or 3 hours, because I'm not gonna be able to go to bed a little bit later. So, Crafty said 5:30 a.m. No, you don't. No, you don't. Ma'am, are you serious? Were you up at 5:30 this morning?
Maybe it was just this one time. Just maybe. Let her make it. Let her make it.
We gotta be honest around here. We gotta be honest now. Come on now.
Now, if we see an invisible hand come across that bald head of yours,
Wow.
Yo, Bear, what's good?
Going on, my man? Welcome on in, bro. Good to see you, my guy.
Oh man, that's funny. She said my alarm wakes me up at that time.
I guess so. Hold on, I gotta mute my mic for a second.
Because if y'all didn't hear the background noise, that was the kindling in the background creating chaos. Thank you for coming to our kids airline. Fasten your seatbelts.
Can't be professional for nothing. For nothing. You can get your lighting right, you can get your sound right. I got a noise gate and everything. You can still hear them in there. Oh, you hit me. God. I'm like, I had to get in dad mode.
Yo, Mrs. Beardy, what's good? Welcome in.
How we doing? We're doing pretty good, Bear. Doing real good. We're just snipping vibing right now, just setting the mood, of course. I had a pretty decent day today. How about you?
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Nothing to complain about. Not him coming in here with yo command that we ain't got set up.
Carlos, we're not live on my stream, bro. That's what you call a faithful viewer right there, bro.
That is a faithful viewer.
He said wrong.
You both.
We don't have you, Bombay, over here. We may have to do that. I don't know, but I'm sorry, man. We don't have it here. How we doing today, Carlos? Hopefully all is well over your way. Let me see. Today was pretty good. Been messing around with my setup. Listen to you guys playing Sonic Adventures 2. Nice.
Such a little kid.
Dude, I bought both of those. I think we had this conversation like a month or so ago. We were talking about like games on Steam. And I bought both Sonic Adventures 1 and 2. It was super cheap. It was less than $10. So I don't know. I played a little bit of Sonic 1. I just need to, make some time to jump on that for a little bit. Let's see. Carlos says, why is Bearden having a lighting party? It's a rave, man.
Yeah.
It's a straight rave. Yeah.
Guy gotta, create the ambiance, if you will.
I mean, I didn't know whether you were doing background or green screen today, so I just came prepared. I just did green screen just in case.
Hey, you did right. That's fine. Now that I got it cleaned up back there.
Who wants 3 kids? Hey.
Well, technically, you got 2.
Yeah, we can't do nothing but the third one. We can't do nothing by him. Don't nobody. That's like trying to buy like a big dog. Like, nah, I with the puppy, man. I want no big dog.
That is funny. That is funny. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they gotta go. They gotta go. And the thing is, they don't act like this until I'm trying to do something. It's like they know, let's get as loud as possible while Dad's trying to do something. So, and they know, like, that the stream's gonna end at some point, and when it does,
everything gonna go back to normal.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Things are relatively well. We got some bad news on Monday and sad, so I decided to use it for motivation. I hate sad news, man. I really do.
Yep. Sad news is never good news.
No, it's not. One of my clients told me today, like after we had got done training yesterday, that his mother called him while he was driving
And
she said, "What are you doing?" And she's like, he was like, "I'm driving." So she said, "Okay, I'll call you back later." So he just kind of like, because his mom apparently never calls him like in the middle of the day. And so he said, "Did Grandpa die?" And she's like, "Yeah." So he got, the news that his grandfather passed away yesterday. He was down about that. He showed up today and he looked like he was okay, but you know how it is. You get that type of news right there, and
yeah,
you're not really okay. Let's just be real. You're not okay. So let me see. I already have 3. I'm good. No need more kids. He said no need more kids.
he said no need more kids. He don't say I don't need no more kids.
He said no need more kids. I don't want no more kids either. Like I'm finished, man. Like people be like, "Hey, you guys gonna try again? Like have a daughter?" I'm like, "Look, man, what the heck, man? Like we didn't try it like 3-4 times. No, it's not happening.
Ain't happening.
I don't want to be like some of these people. They like, oh, we gotta have that boy or that girl, and you can try 6 times, and on number 7 you finally get it. I'm like, nah, man, we straight.
I'm good.
We straight. We
good.
Crafty said, nope, no. We took care of our godson a couple months ago, and he was like, I can't remember how old he was, maybe like 2-3 months around that time, and man, like we were like, man, your mama need to come get you. This is too much, man. We can't go back in time and just. I guess it's different when it's your own kids, but versus somebody else's kids. But we just, we good. So I see nobody wants no more kids. Carlos is good. What about you, Bear? I mean, you got 1. You need a couple of more. You take 2 for 1. Get 1, get the other one free.
Sound like a heck of a deal to me.
Or you, hey, you need some. Hey,
I need some.
He said, I need some. He said, I don't know about that, man. In this time of economy, barely getting the rest with 3. They are a blessing, but 3 is enough. Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Yeah. I remember years. We wanted like 5. We wanted 5, as we said when we were younger. And then we started realizing, like, man, with 2, it was challenging. And then, the 3rd one came along. We were like, you know what? Screw this, man. Somebody got to get fixed. We ain't doing this no more. We ain't doing this no more.
Right.
No.
Right. That's funny.
Send them to Uncle Bearded. Yeah, man. It's summertime. Go stay with Uncle Bearded for a few weeks. I bet that'll make you think whether you really want kids or not.
Look, chat, I want y'all to hear me clear and hear me good. If his sons come stay with me, they gonna come back rednecks.
Oh Lord.
They gonna be wearing cowboy boots and everything. That's all I do.
they need a culture shock.
They gonna learn. They gonna learn how to hunt and fish, survive on their own.
Baby Godzilla is more than enough. That boy be tearing stuff up. I bet. You don't call him Godzilla for nothing. Be breaking stuff and everything, don't he? That's the thing that people don't talk about. Like kids, when they're young, they go through that. They're cute and stuff, but they're very destructive. Like we went through phases with our kids, especially the youngest. He would like write on everything with a marker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he wrote on like our couch, the TV, all that stuff. I'm like, how do you even do this when we're not even around, man? Like, just tearing stuff up, breaking stuff, putting stuff in the toilet. Like many years ago, I think it was our middle son. We had 2 pair of keys to an old car that we had, and then we couldn't find one key. And we just, I don't know, we just gave up on looking for it. And then I think probably, how long was it, Crafty? About a year later, it turned up in some box or something under a bunch of stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So hey, if y'all ever have, for everybody in chat, if you don't have kids, and you do have kids one day, they start getting to that age where they're moving around, like that toddler age, crawling and walking, put your keys up high. Okay, put them up high. And it's for you too, Beard. It's just some advice. Future parents, y'all. Put your keys up to where they can't reach them, because if they get a hold of your keys, there's no telling what they'll do with them.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned the hard way. Let me see. He's a handful, very destructive. This house is Tokyo. Oh,
not Tokyo.
Oh. We agreed on 4, but took some time to get the third baby. Wife said she can't be having the 4th, so we closed the factory on the 3rd. Maybe if we are in a better position in the future, we might go for the adoption if Scott's plan. We thought about that at one point. Like, we did think about adoption. And here's the thing, like, it's not completely off the table, because, when it comes, and we talking about a whole nother subject, parenting, then we're going to get to the meat of the podcast here. But parenting, what we've discovered is that in phases, it's different. Like, there's that early phase when they're small. Yep. Then there's that phase when they kind of grow up a little bit. That's kind of where we are right now with our 2 little ones. And then, of course, they turn into teenagers. And then, like, with our oldest, of course. And then there's that final phase to when they're adults.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of like, go on about their way. And I know there's some parents out there that struggle. They have that, they call it the emptiness feeling.
Emptiness syndrome.
And the emptiness syndrome. And all the kids are gone, and the parents don't really know what to do with themselves. So sometimes they'll do 1 or 2 things. They might get like a dog. That's probably what we're going to do. Like, because we don't have no animals. We don't have no dogs. So we might get like a dog or 2, or we might potentially adopt. It really depends on where we are, with finances and where we are in life.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's a big commitment right there, because we had already agreed that when our kids are like grown, that we were going to travel the country. Like, we're literally going to go from state to state. Like, that's what we want to do. And, just in I don't know what, RV or vehicle or something, but we're going from state to state and just really enjoy, just the country, because, when you have kids, you're kind of limited.
Right.
As to what you can do. And when it's just me and her, life is a lot cheaper. A whole lot cheaper.
Right.
I thought about adoption or a surrogate. Shoot. But here's the thing about adoption and surrogates, it's freaking expensive.
It is expensive.
It is. Oh gosh, it's so expensive.
Then you got to make sure that the surrogate is clear for everything too.
Yeah. Real expensive. Like, it's like Retro Nate, him and his wife, they don't have like biological kids, but they have, I think they got 3.
Yeah.
Or 4, 3. They have 3 kids. Very unique story. As to how they adopted them. They adopted all of their kids from like different countries around the world and saved them out of like impoverished environments.
Yeah.
It's he doesn't talk about it much. He has talked about it in the past. And of course, if you ask him, he'll tell you. I always respected that, they went that route. And I was like, he told me that, that was just something his wife truly wanted to do. And that's what they did.
Right.
Let's see. I already read that. I got them their own keychain and real metal key blankets. My keys are safe. We're safe. PSA, baby barriers are good until the baby learns how to open them. Yeah. You wait until like they like learn to get out of the crib. Like, we've heard many boom, just crawling out the crib. I'm like, what was that? No crying. Just fall down, get up. start crawling. And every time we know when to take the cribs down when we start seeing them either get out of the crib or attempt to get out. Then we said, all right, it's time to take it down. And usually the cribs that we had at the time, we would convert to like a bed, because that's what they do. A lot of the cribs, you can convert them into a bed.
Yep. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Real life Rugrats.
Yes. Adoption should be before 40 or mid 40s. Well, shoot, we're almost there. Well, she's there. She's already there. I know, right? I it came out before I even thought about it. Let's just hope this is one of those moments where she ain't in the chat.
This man is about to be sleeping on the couch.
I might.
In the car or something.
Probably.
So for all the newcomers that are lurking or that are here, normally what we like to do before we get into our episode is, we like to catch up with you guys and see how y'all are doing. Just kind of chit chat a little bit.
Right. We don't like to just, jump head first. I mean, when you go to dinner, they bring you out rolls and appetizer before they bring out
the appetizer.
Yeah, before you bring out your food. So I hope y'all ain't in a hurry. Sit down, chill. It's late. You should be out anyway. You should be chilling. You should be watching this. Give us your attention and enjoy what we got to talk about today. So I guess this is a good time to actually, dive into that topic. So this is one of those things because we talked earlier today. I was like, what do you want to talk about today? I mean, there's so many things so many directions, we could go. Of course. And what episode is this?
This is 32.
Okay, we're starting to get close to ages now. Starting to get close to ages.
Yeah, we are. But before we get into it, guys, again, we are live on Twitch and YouTube. So if you are on the YouTube channel, make sure to smash that like button. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel, share it, comment below. We definitely appreciate you guys. Also, if you are on Twitch, you can't necessarily do that, but we would love for y'all to share the stream. And if y'all want to come over to YouTube, feel free to do so. Like, share, comment. We definitely appreciate it. But without further ado, episode 32. The power lies within the tongue. I think that was a good good voice personality. I think that was good. What you think, so. Bear? Since you missed the radio, Mr. Radio voice.
I know, right? 103.
Hold on.
103.
I'm gonna see if I can do it. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can do it. This is my Bear impression. Fellas.
Yeah. Fellas.
He said, "Nah, don't put me in this." Oh no, we locked in, bro. We locked in. You and everything. If I rob a bank, you right there with me, bro. You might not be here physically, but you here,
right? 103, the night shift with the Bear Project. If you're up at night and you can't sleep, starting at midnight, from midnight to 4 a.m. Let the Bear Project put you to sleep. Let's go ahead, bro. Just come on back, and you don't even you doing all this renovating and stuff with the cameras. Don't even use the cameras. Just come back with the mic. People just start tuning in and start just passing. I know that don't sound productive, but start going to sleep. That's actually an art right there. Like, there are people on YouTube that individuals will search up just to listen to so they can fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just have that voice.
Yep.
They'll just, I don't know, they'll have like a book or something like that and just read the book. Story.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you were supposed to do that a while back, like a Christmas story. Wasn't he supposed to do that like a couple years
Something
ago?
Like that. Yeah.
You was gonna read like a story
right
time.
Break. Yeah.
You should do that. Let's see. The new mic got me sounding like Love Jones in The Quiet Storm.
Bear, let me have your mic, man. I'm trying to sound like you.
Carlos said 8.5. Well, you know they got filters out there to help us out that ain't got Barry White tone.
Man, look. I done had this mic for some ages. It's time for an upgrade.
Yay. Go ahead and get you. Come on to the sure side.
That's what I'm looking at, actually.
I've had this mic for 3 years. I'm telling you now, I've upgraded my camera several times, which that's coming up again. I've upgraded, just the camera. And when I came on this mic, this is like what 1, 2, 3, 4th microphone, and I'm not getting no more mics. Like this is it. Like if anything were to ever happen to this mic, I would just buy another one of these because I like it so much.
That's what's up.
But what really turned me on to this mic was that when me and Bear actually did when we did our first podcast, and Trap Anime was in the chat, and he said, "D, can you turn your mic up?" I had the Elgato Wave 3. I was like, "It is." I said, "It's not my mic, it's his mic." He had the MV7, and I'm like, because I rewatched it and listened to it, and Wave 3 is a great mic, but it was at that point I was like, I want to sound like that. Like I want my not necessarily the tone, but the richness.
The quality
of the audio. The quality is what I was going for. So that's when I bought this, and I was like, I ain't going back.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But guys, we are talking about the power lies within the tongue. This is one that I actually found today, and it was a TikTok video. I actually have the audio to it just for copyright stuff, since we are on YouTube as well. So we'll share that video here soon, but we just want to kind of chit chat with you guys about the our topic here. Do you feel like power lies within the tongue? If so, why?
I mean, God did say that.
He did.
I mean, God dang, I can't. I think it's in Proverbs where it says that death and life, the power of death and life reside in the power of the tongue. And that the tongue is the hardest member of the body to tame.
That one is in James.
I believe that, because you ever wanted somebody ever pissed you off and you just wanted to say something and then you kind of fight back what it is you want to say, dude.
Yep.
Listen.
Yeah, it's a struggle. Well, for some people it's a struggle. Most people probably not.
I don't know, man. I think it is a struggle for a lot of folks. I mean, it's especially when you got people that try you and test your nerves. Sometimes some people are a little loose with their words. I can control my words for the most part, as long as there's no disrespect. There's like disrespect,
that's
and
the
it's
key
like,
word.
That's like an automatic 3 strikes.
That's the key word right there.
Let's see. Carlos says sometimes an easy setup mic is better than the top of a tree brand. Yeah. And the thing about mics, not to change the subject, but sometimes all you got to do is add a couple of tweaks here and there, settings and stuff. Is this one? Let me see. Is it this one? Proverbs 18:21 states that the tongue has power both life and death, and those who love it will eat the fruit of it. Yep, that's it.
That's one of them, and then the other one was in James, the one where you were talking about
taming
it. Yeah.
I'm over here dying laughing hearing y'all listening to Kenny G's Songbird in the background.
I hate this man.
He don't mean that.
Oh,
well, I don't know.
I don't. I don't. I don't. So what do y'all think, chat? I mean, do y'all feel like, power does lie within the tongue?
Absolutely.
Because I think we're on the same consensus here. I think it does.
Listen, so I mean, we could say your mouth, but without your tongue, you can't use your mouth. So
right,
your tongue has the power to build up people, has the power to tear down people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got the power to inspire, it's got the power to discourage, has the power to do a lot. Has the power to motivate.
I agree.
Has the power to manipulate. There's a lot of power there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's just be real. Like, how much power does your arms and your legs and really have compared to your tongue?
Not much at all.
Your tongue can open doors. Your tongue can close doors. Your tongue can build relationships. Your tongue can destroy relationships. That's where the real power is.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with that. Because it also, everybody always says, closed mouths don't get fed. So I mean, obviously, got to use your tongue to speak what you want.
Words do have power, especially when they come from people you love and respect. Little testimony on that. So I think it was the week before last. Me and Crafty were getting ready to go to bed. We were talking about content creation. And she had said, you're built for this. Like, you're made for it. And I don't know what it was, but when she said it, I felt something. I don't know. It felt, I don't know what it was, but it felt good. It wasn't a bad feeling. It just felt
tingling
good.
sensation.
Yeah. And so there's definitely some truth to that. That's why, like, couples out there, married, partners, y'all need to start speaking life over who you're with. That right there can just change the dynamic completely, as far as like the closeness between you and the person that you're with. Let's see. Aqua says, yes, words can inspire, heal, uplift, but they can also harm, and deceive and control. We can destroy or build with our words. Sometimes we have the power to let the words destroy us. Yeah.
That's a deep one, Carlos.
Yeah,
because we can even do it to ourselves.
Self-sabotage, like saying things like, "Oh, I'm ugly. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'll never do this. Oh, I'll never do that." Like, you've just broken yourself down single-handedly. We can choose to ignore those trying to bring us up by bare words. One of the biggest lies, I can't say it's the biggest, but one of the biggest lies ever told was that sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Yeah.
That right there, both of them can hurt, but the words actually cut deeper. They cut really, really deep. There's some things like chat. Like, has anybody ever said something to you, like when you were younger, like when you were a kid, maybe, or a teenager or something, that you just never forgot, and that it possibly still holds some sort of like effect on you? Like, you can get hit upside the head, fight, get scraped up, get bruises. That stuff heals. that stuff heals, man.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes you even forget about that. But them words, look,
it's different. It is different.
Yeah,
it definitely is different.
That's why, like,
because now, like, you're it's in your mental. Like, now you're constantly thinking about it. Even when you try to forget it, there might be something like an event or something, or you might see something that reminds you of that, and it triggers it again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That part right there. That part right there. No comment. Yeah, we know, bro. We know. Like that part right there. Like somebody you don't even know can say something that can trigger something that was said to you 15, 20 years ago. You know, so I mean, that's why like now I'm so careful what I say. Like I'm especially with my kids, like I'm very careful what I say. Like in my home, we don't use profanity. We don't use words like hate or stupid or dumb. We don't say those words because to us, those are like in the no say zone along with curse words.
Yeah.
Like they're right up there with those curse words. In fact, to me, those words are worse than curse words because they can actually do like mental damage. And cursing ain't gonna really mess you up that bad. But when you say stuff like you're stupid or you're dumb, is an attack on your intellect. And some people hear it so much they grow up believing it.
I do agree with that one for sure. One misplaced word can leave a child damaged for life. Yeah. And I think, man, look, that comment right there is why a lot of people deal with mental health problems.
Yeah.
One misplaced word can leave you damaged. It can leave you scarred. You, as a kid, you might not even know you're depressed, but as you grow older, then you'll start to see that mental health dwindle away because of one misplaced word. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I'm guilty of that. You know, I might say something about somebody else. I might not say it to their face, but I'll say it. But I mean, we all we just gotta stop doing it. I'm just be honest with
you, dude.
We got to,
man. Let me tell you something.
If you say it to somebody else and it happens back to us, it's gonna mess us up.
Like me and Marquita, like both, like, you know, God's really been dealing with us, especially me, about my choice of words with people. Like you just said, I may not say it to them, like using words like stupid and dumb, and you know, and most of the time it's like maybe somebody who cuts me off in traffic, I'll say something, or somebody doing something I don't agree with, I'll say you idiot or like that. We're trying like really hard. It's not easy. Trying hard to not say these things and to like just okay, don't say anything at all, or just try to replace what you're gonna say with something else, or say it in a respectful way. How do you call somebody stupid in a respectful way? You really can't. So, but
I
you're
always
right.
use my go-to.
Look, but to piggyback off of Carlos's point, like I remember my mother, like I said, I've already told this story. My mom had me at a very young age. So, you know, she was a young parent, you know, who made a lot of mistakes in her youth. You know, she's older now, obviously, but back then, you know, she said some stuff to me that she probably doesn't even remember saying, that I just never forgot. I never forgot it. You know, it's different when you hear it then and then you think about it later, like maybe she was just angry. We say things we don't mean when we're angry. Parents make mistakes. I get it. But you know, me, being different, raising my kids differently, knowing the effect that what you say, because all you gotta do is say it one time. All you gotta do is just say it one time, and then they will never forget that you said that. So that's why we chose to be like, look, whatever we got to say, let it be in the respectful way to our kids, because I don't want them being 30 years old like Dad's calling me a stupid, blah blah blah, like So.
Yep, I agree.
Let's see, Carlos, you want to read that one?
Yep. Sometimes the child starts hurling bad words at themselves. It's the responsibility of the parents to stop them and teach them how to properly react to the situation and not put themselves down. That's very true. I think as parents, and again, I'm not a parent yet, but I mean, I feel like as a parent, you got to teach your children in love, bring them up, not knock them down. So as parents, we definitely have to do better the way we speak to our children, because what we do to them, it could carry on to them when they're adults, and then they pass it down to their children, and it's just a never-ending cycle. So
I have a memory of a very long time ago, maybe like 2011, I think. My oldest son was about 5, and this was a different part of my life, in the world and stuff like that, and I was using a lot of profanity around this time, and he was playing don't judge me, but he was playing Saints Row 2. So that was just that was what was hot around that time, and they were just playing it, and then him hearing me cursing and stuff like that, he had said a bad word, and I looked at him, I'm like, what you say? And he never scared him, because he didn't think it was a bad thing, because he heard me say it so much.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was like, yeah, we can't be talking like this. And then I've never heard him say another curse word after that again. Like I was talking to Crafty yesterday about this. I said, I don't know what he says around his friends. I don't know how he talks.
Right.
Not my problem. I just know that when he's around us, he don't talk like that. Yeah. So we got to be, like you said, we got to be very careful with what we say around them, because what you condone now, they'll condone later. Let's see. And then on the polite way to say that they are dumb equals will bless their heart. Yeah.
That is definitely, that's the Southern way of doing it.
Bless your little
heart.
That's
the Southern way of doing it.
Bless your poor soul.
So I gotta comment on Carlos's comment, the one where he's talking about that person has neuron deficiency.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, do y'all feel like that is a euphemism?
Elaborate.
So, when people try not to cuss, they'll say dang or crap. Like, would neuron deficiency be another word for like stupid or dumb? Like, this is just me playing devil's advocate, by the way. So, not that I disagree with that comment. Interesting. Bless you. It's just an interesting thought. It to me, like, replacing what we want to say with something else is like a euphemism. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know.
I don't know. Guess I do.
Depends on the situation. Yeah,
that's what I do.
Yeah, I do. I do the same. I do the same thing.
Because I'm not kidding, man. Like I don't use profanity, and it's no judgment to anybody who does. I said it's just my choice.
Right. No,
as a family, as a parent, and my kids, I there are key points to how we raise our family, and there are things we want them to do and things we don't want them to do. And Marquita, she don't use profanity either, ever. So, I mean, there was a handful of times it was my fault, but it got her out of her character. We can look back on that. Woo, man. Yeah. That's gonna be on the Marriage Unfiltered episode right there.
There you go.
But
because for me, times for me, like I guess I'll be trying to make jokes out of stuff. Like I won't call somebody stupid, but I'll call them like a lint liquor. You remember that commercial? I can't remember. Was it a Geico commercial? I can't remember what it was. But the lady was like, "Who are you calling a cootie something? You lint liquor?" And it just kind of stuck with me.
Whatever you got to do, man. I mean, to each its own. Like, say whatever you gotta say. I mean, if you want to use the big boy words, fine. But if you don't, then like I said, we say dang here. God dang it. I say that a lot. And I'm thinking, sometimes I found I heard somebody say one time, like, that's really no better than saying the real thing. I'm like, well, who cares? I think it is. It sounds a lot more better because you know what you really want to say. It's like, yeah, I sure do. And sometimes I don't know what it is. Like sometimes I'll be wanting to say those words. I'm like, man, it might make me feel real good to just say that, scream it out.
Get it out the system.
Lint liquor is in orbit.
The Orbit gum commercial. That's what it was. Yep. Cleans up your dirty mouth. I remember it. Yep. That was funny.
You want to read that one?
Yeah. What Bearded said just reminded me, my parents never cursed at us and reduced it around us, so we barely use curses. So the other day I said a word I didn't consider a cuss word in front of my kids, and my mom corrected me. Then we went discussing if it is or not. That is a debate in its own. Like you hear your parents say one word and you use the same exact word, but then they correct you for it. It's like, but mom, you used to say it to me, so I thought it was okay.
Exactly. And that is why we don't use that type of language, because a lot of people will say it's adult language or whatever. So here's some examples. Like for me, I got tattoos, and my kids haven't mentioned anything about tattoos, but I have like hinted at, hey, no earrings and no tattoos. And they'll look at me, they're like, but you got earrings and you got tattoos? I'm like, well, do as I say and not as I do. I also have regrets. I do. I have regrets. This didn't even hit me until like a couple of years ago. Honestly, like I got all my tattoos and most of my tattoos were gotten between 17 and about 20. Most of them between 17 and 24. And then I got my last one at, I don't know, 32, something like that. And I was, I had regretted it. Honestly, I was like, I wish I hadn't got some of these tattoos, which none of them are bad, but they all have meaning. But I just kind of, I miss having that bare look on my arms that I just will never be able to get again. So I tell them that, because I'm like, if you do this, you can never take it off. Like that's forever. So unless you want to be okay with having this on you for the rest of your life and whatever. So
yeah.
So if you're gonna tell them don't do this and you've done it, you got to give them an explanation.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, you could tell them you can get one, but the only way you're gonna get it off is gonna cost a lot.
So and it's still not gonna look. It still won't look right.
Because because you're gonna
Like
have a different skin tone.
Yeah. Like if you're thinking it's gonna look anything like it did before you got them, it's not. It'll never look the same again. Just the pigmentation, it just won't. But you know, I'm not going through that process. I don't care. So
yeah. Yep.
Bear wrote a pretty lengthy comment here. I'm very careful about the words I use around my son. Even how I deal with him when he does wrong is different. I know I tower over him, and it scares him when I'm towering over him, being dad in dad mode and with a dad voice. I kneel down to his level and pat him on both his ears and grab his ears, and we forehead to forehead. And I talk to him in a stern, gentle voice. Yeah, great parenting.
Yeah,
really good parenting. You don't use your size and your voice to intimidate him, because kids, I mean, it's easy to scare a kid, and we don't want our kids to be afraid of us. Like there's like, it's just like with talking about God, like the fear of the Lord, and a lot of people utilize that as like, oh, I'm terrified of God. Like it's not that type of fear.
right.
It's more of a fear of failing him, a fear of, not, doing what he asked, not disappointing him, that type of healthy fear. You want to install that healthy fear and not terror, because if we install terror into the kid, they're never going to open up. They're never going to want to, come to you for anything. So I think that's a great, really, really good thing you're doing with little Godzilla.
Yep.
Let's see. Difference between healthy fear and making them scared. Yeah. Right. Kneeling to their level to communicate with them helps them understand the key for a great parent-child relationship, and that transfers into adulthood too. Because there's some grown men and women who feel like they can't talk to their parents due to their childhood. Like, listen, how a man and a woman turn out depends on their childhood. That has such a big impact as far as the person that you see standing in front of you. What they went through, what happened to them, the attributes that were installed in them, the ones that weren't installed in them, the characteristics that they gained, the kind that they didn't get, all of that matters as far as like configuring. And it makes perfect sense, man. Like that's the whole point of parenting in general. Like you're literally, as their child, you're putting piece by piece together this person that's going to be an adult one day.
Right.
Like with us, like every single day I hug my kids, all three of them. They all get the same treatment, the hug. I don't kiss, I'd hug them. We're past that. But I hug them hard too, like just so they'll know, like not no like we just embracing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm gonna be that dad that gives my kids handshakes.
Oh Lord.
No,
kindergarten son. Shake his hand first day at kindergarten. How was it? Shaking hands. No, real talk.
Not that type of handshake. Like the little, how you see on social media where they be doing all the cool handshakes or whatever.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be me.
Yep. That's all good.
We still got to play this video too, but we'll get through
these
comments.
Get into that.
Because we did have a. Okay, so like I said, I did find a video that was that I found on TikTok. This was actually a snippet of, I don't know if it was an interview or I think it might have been an interview with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And he was talking about, the difference between people who stay silent versus people who are loud, and not necessarily like, rah, yelling all the time, but like those who are more vocal versus those who are not more vocal. And I like I said, I listened to it and I was like, this sounds really, really good. So I sent it to D and he was like, yeah, this is the topic we need to talk about. So what I did, I took the video and I extracted the audio just for copyright purposes. Because the last time we did a TikTok video, we showed a TikTok video, we got copyrighted for it. So I just got, what I basically did was took the audio and then I added captions to it. That way y'all can actually read the captions as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Y'all let me know if it's too loud or if it's too low. Because I know it's at full volume right now. So if it's too loud, let me know and I'll bring the volume down. So let's see. And well, okay, cool.
A man who stays silent after being disrespected, that's the one you should truly watch out for. Silence doesn't mean weakness, it shows control, patience, and power. While others react in anger or frustration, he holds back. He observes, he thinks, and he plans. He knows that words spoken in anger are reckless and that silence gives him the clarity to move with purpose. When someone stays quiet, it doesn't mean they're ignoring what happened. It means they don't need to prove anything with words, because their actions will speak louder when the time is right. They understand something most people don't. Respect isn't demanded, it's earned. And those who underestimate them, they almost always regret it. True strength is in self-control. When someone doesn't react to disrespect, it's not fear, it's strategy. They're choosing their battles, waiting for the right moment. And when they act with intention, precision, and power. So don't mistake silence for surrender. The quietest person in the room might just be the most dangerous one.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know he took it a different approach than how we're taking it, but I think what we're talking about versus what he was talking about as well, I think they're one and the same. Because like he said the ones that you have to watch out for is not the ones who are always loud. It's the ones who's always quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, because the ones that are always loud, you don't have to figure them out.
Yeah.
They pretty much are boastful and prideful, and you can just get a good read on the person that's very vocal versus the person that says nothing, and you can't get a read on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would definitely be wise to keep your eyes on that one right there.
Yeah.
And that could mean a whole lot of things. It could be the quiet one might be the dangerous. The quiet one might be strategic.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet one might actually be the most intelligent. You don't know. Like for me, growing up, I've never really been the life of the party.
Yeah.
Like ever. Like I've always been that guy that was like in the cut. I would, go places with my friends and stuff, just real low key. And I think that intrigues people. The fact that that people got to figure you out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, the loudest person in the room is not really a threat.
That is true.
You just want to be heard.
Yeah. And chat, y'all feel free to comment down below. Do y'all feel like you're more silent or are you more outspoken? Like for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm definitely a silent one. Like I'm the type, like he said, the silent one knows how to pick their battles. That's me. Like I'm always thinking when I'm silent. Like what's my next move, or things like that. I can be outspoken. Well, I'll take that back. No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not the most outspoken person, but I can get my point across in some situations.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it depends what we're talking about. It really, really depends. If it's a subject that you're passionate about, then yeah, you'll talk a lot about. But if it's not, then kind of just sit back and in the cut. I always been quiet growing up, and yeah, she is
Still is. Yeah.
Yeah, yep, she's definitely
Not the big side. Not the big side.
She is who she is, man. I mean, she's gotten better. She has gotten better. D, you sure you weren't outgoing? Man, here's the thing, Carlos. I don't like attention. Like I really don't. Like I've just never been that person that just I'm here. I just no, I don't like that. I don't. It really depends on what's going on. And if I'm interested, then I'll speak up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like drama. I don't like conflicts. I don't like none of that stuff. Like, and most of the problems I've ever had in my life came to me.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't because of me. Like, I didn't run my mouth. I didn't do anything. They just come to me. I'm like, okay, well, fine. That's what you want to do. Let's just do it. So,
right. And that's kind of the way it was for me. Like I was quiet growing up for sure. But like my personality, everybody just loved my personality. So it was like, hey, when I got to college, they were like, hey, you want to come to this party? You want to do this? You want to do that? Because I don't really like attention either. Like even when I'm at work and people give me kudos for something I did, and we all got our cameras on, I'm just sitting there.
Just laid back.
My boy, what's good, Avion? How we doing?
Dawn in the house. What's good? What's good? Welcome in. As I tell my wife, I'm an introvert, but I'm an introvert that has learned how to appear as an extrovert in public situations. I mean, this is probably going to sound really hard to believe, but I definitely have introverted tendencies. Mm-hmm. So if you put me in a room, right, with, let's just say men, all right, put me in a room with like 6 men, 6 guys. I'm usually not I'm not one to just, start a conversation. I will sit there and I will listen to other men speak.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I feel prompted to say something, I will say something.
That's me.
I'm not, because I also don't want to be the one person that never says anything. I don't want to do that. But I'll let about 2-3 guys say something, and then I'll just interject and say my piece. And then I'm going back into the cut. So you can't never say I ain't saying nothing.
Right. And to me, like, as I got older, I've started becoming that way. Because, I mean, when I was younger, I don't care if we were doing, like, I don't know, if we were just chit-chatting, I wouldn't say nothing. Unless it was something that really piqued my interest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be interesting. Carlos says, don't look at me as I want 4 channels, bro. It's completely different than they're talking to a camera, man. I'm by myself. I can talk. I said I have introverted tendencies. I ain't say I was an introvert. I heard it put a selective extrovert. Mm-hmm. Selective. If I am comfortable, like when we all went to DreamCon,
mm-hmm.
I didn't act like an introvert at all. Because I'm comfortable. They're my guys right there.
Right.
We had a great time, and we about to do it again in May. Man. So hey, just so y'all know, they're about to have another drop. Baby. I don't know if you're going to you going to DreamCon? Because we're gonna be there. Crafty's gonna be there. Carlos, I don't know if you do cons or not, but well, I know that might be a little out the way for you.
When I tell y'all to turn up, it's gonna be real, and we ain't even got to go to the club.
Yes,
it's about to be crazy.
but you can talk for hours. I can talk for hours, especially if it's a subject that's interesting to me. I think you can too. Again, Crafty, if I don't know, let's just say you and Mrs. Bearded, which y'all ain't did nothing yet. 1 week later, I'm just saying. 1 week later, still ain't did anything. So if y'all just found a subject, hold on. It's too much. If y'all just found the subject, too much distraction and too much movement going on over here by the character. Okay, I'm trying to talk. Okay, let's be civil over here, bro. Let's be civil.
Sorry.
Hey, hey now. If y'all found the subject that you both were passionate about, you can talk for hours too. Okay? If we talking about video games, we're gonna be up all night. Talking about anime, we're gonna be up all night. Talking about streaming, we can talk. It depends. Now, don't come at me talking about like freaking mathematics, engineering, scientific stuff. I'm like, well, I can't say nothing. I can't say anything. What can I say? I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, that's a wrap there.
I know somebody that talks to me about stuff like that, and I just yeah, and he starts to realize that I don't understand, and I'm like, I don't understand this, right? Like, come on, man, let's change the subject and talk about something we both can relate to. Bearder knows how it was in college. We sat in the living room just chilling and not talking till someone else came into the apartment.
Man, look. We would sit in our room playing video games, not saying nothing. As soon as somebody walked in our apartment.
My oldest is very outgoing. We were in the supermarket and she said to the cashier, this stuff is first because it was from my cousin's house and I was caught off guard. Hey,
kids, they'll throw you for a loop.
Crafty said we talked last night.
Oh, didn't know.
Well,
Miss Bearded, she was asleep by the time I finished streaming, so
I didn't know. I didn't know that. That's good. Good.
Hey, silence right there. Working behind the scenes. I like it.
Okay. Progress. I was going to pack it myself, but she went ahead and let the cashier know. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
I might not go to DreamCon if it's at the same time as it was last year, even if I have the money around that, the 1 year old for my baby. DreamCon is like, it's freaking 2 months before the last one. It's in May.
It's in May.
I don't know why they moved it to May. I mean, it's not a problem.
That was probably the only availability the convention center had before summer. Because a lot of stuff goes down in Houston.
Because that's less than a year.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I said, for me, like I said, I've never been somebody to just blab it all out there and just let people know what I'm thinking. I don't like people knowing what I'm thinking.
Right.
You're just too easy to figure out. So, but
yeah,
we're giving a lot of praises to quietness, but again, that can not be a good thing too.
Right. Because I mean, if you're not quiet, then if you're quiet, you can either be working in silence or you're scared to speak up.
Mm-hmm. Because some people are scared to be heard. They're scared of what people are going to think. They're scared of how people are going to react. They think that whatever they say is not going to be taken seriously, or they're going to think that they're unintelligent. all of these things will stop a person from talking. And like I said, Crafty, she put it out there herself that she had been quiet her whole life. I remember a long time ago we had a conversation about just communicating, learning how to communicate. And you know, I told her, and not just her, I tell a lot of people this. I'm like, listen, you being an introvert shouldn't stop you from like being able to like verbalize how you feel about something. Because a lot of people think introverted people are like quiet people. Like, no, those are just people who just don't like to deal with a lot of people. Right. And they like to just be over here and they don't want to be the center of attention. That doesn't mean they're quiet. You know, so being too quiet will keep you out of the loop. Nobody will know who you are if you don't open your mouth.
Yep. Queen Shark, hello. How we doing?
Queen in the house. Been killing it lately. We see you.
Yep. Definitely proud of you. So is Avion. Okay.
Yes.
Gotta give my shout out to my boy.
True, I'm an introvert. Yeah. And you ain't that, but you're not quiet though, right? You're not quiet. You're introverted. You can be introverted and stay to yourself. But so Queen, we're talking about like people who are loud and then people who are quiet. Just the differences, the attributes between the two. Like loud people are usually very easy to read and not take them seriously. However, in some cases, some loud people can be taken seriously as being the one that's bold enough to take a stand in like certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if it's like I don't know, like a dangerous situation that's going on right now and somebody just speaks up and say, I'll do it, you know, blah, 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 blah. You do this, you do that, you over there, like taking that command, that charge. And usually quiet people we're not really the first people to jump into action to take charge of a situation. Yeah. So, I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it definitely depends. Like you said, it depends on the situation. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of an example because I know I've done it before, but I just can't think of a good situation that I did it in. So, but I mean, yeah, we talked about.
I could think of one.
Okay.
When we came to visit y'all, do you remember we pulled over to help that lady?
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you tell the story.
Was that the wedding? Yeah. That was a wedding. So, our wedding weekend, we had actually that Sunday before Dee and the family was gonna head back home. We actually went out to eat in this shopping area that was close to where we live. You know, we walked around, got some ice cream, all that good stuff, and we were on the way home. And this lady was driving this truck, and she had one of those collapsible sheds in the back. Well, it fell off. We didn't see it fall off, but it was on the ground, and she was the only person over there at the time. So, and actually, this is a credit to Mrs. Beardy because she was like, "Do we need to pull over and stop?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, she's the only person over there." So we pulled over. Dee and them had no idea what was going on, so they pulled over with us. And so he gets out of the car, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go help this lady real quick because she's struggling with this shed." So he and I went over there, and then somebody else pulled up and helped us get the shed back into her truck, and that was it. So, I mean, certain situations, like I think most people they have a hint of silent and loudness, just depending on situations.
Oh yeah, yes. Like I said, definitely. if you're passionate about something, you're going to be loud about it. You are
Yeah.
definitely gonna be loud about it. And you could be the most quietest person, but somebody talks about something that flips a switch,
Mm-hmm.
you just turn into a whole other person. People are like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know that you could speak so much. So
yeah. So chat, do y'all feel like, and since we're talking about loud, we can go back to silent. Do y'all think that there's a good loud and a bad loud? Like, do y'all think that there's a difference?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because I think you can differentiate the two. I mean, like you spoke on the situation I just spoke about. That was a good loud, taking initiative, taking action, thing like that. But I think on the other side of that, the bad loud can be one of those situations where you trying to make your presence known, and you're not afraid to call somebody out, but you do it in a manner that you shouldn't. Like we were saying earlier about words hurting people. Calling people out their name, calling them dumb, stupid. I think that's one of those Achilles heels of a loud person. No, an outspoken person. I'm not gonna say loud. I'm gonna say outspoken.
I think that quiet people can be outspoken if they see like injustice going on, like somebody that's like bothering another person or just picking on another person or just doing something wrong,
My situation.
I think yeah, something like that, like we all have it, like you said, we all have a hint of loudness and quietness in us. So like I said, for me, it's primarily I just stay to myself. Unless, I mean, yesterday we were like at a red light and there was a guy on the side of the road who was, homeless. I'm assuming, allegedly. And I told Crafty, roll the window down. I wanted to give him $1. So I had $1 in my glove compartment, in my armrest. And he had his back turned. I don't know what the heck he was doing though. Like he first he was standing there with the sign, and then he turned around and just started messing around in his backpack and would not look up for nothing. And the light was like about to turn green. So I just said, "Hey yo!" And he looks up, turns around, comes over, and I just gave him $1 because if I hadn't done that, he was gonna get it.
Yeah.
So that was just, you got to know when to turn it on and when not to, because if I hadn't said nothing, then I'm not finna hold traffic up for that. But
yeah, he'll get it next time.
Yeah.
So, chat, do y'all have any thoughts, comments? I see M said there's a huge difference between comfortable silence and an uncomfortable silence. Ooh. That's a very solid point. Like, what does comfortable silence look like though? Like, what is it really?
I think comfortable silence can reside if you're in the presence of like somebody that's speaking that you respect and that's trying to teach and maybe give some knowledge, things of that nature, like a professor or somebody or a teacher. You sit there and you be quiet and you just soak up what this person's saying, versus uncomfortable silence. Maybe somebody is saying something that is offensive,
you can't
or
speak
something.
up.
Yeah, and you just can't really say anything. Maybe you don't have like as they say, the fortitude to like speak up, because some people don't.
Yeah.
So there are people who don't have it in them to like say something, even though they don't agree with what it is they're hearing. I don't think that's a good thing, because that means that, because some people feel like your silence means that you affirm what it is you hear, even if you don't agree with it. You didn't speak up. You didn't say anything. So we've all seen those people that will speak up and object to a situation because they don't agree with it. And then there are those people who just don't say nothing at all, just kind of sit there and be quiet. Maybe because they fear retaliation, or maybe they don't want to go back and forth with the person, or maybe they feel like their argument is not going to really
solve anything.
Solve anything. It could be a lot of reasons as to why somebody just stays quiet.
Picking your battles.
Yeah, right. You know who you can argue with and who you can't argue with. Some people you can probably box with, and then others you can't.
Yep.
At least at that moment.
Right. Comfortable silence is like being able to eat dinner with your wife and not speaking, but still enjoying your time. Yeah.
I can relate.
Yeah. Which actually leads me into another question. And chat, feel free to chime in. Do you think that one person, whether you're married or in a relationship, do you think one person being silent and the other person being loud, do you think that's a good thing? Or do you think does it help or does it hurt? Is it kind of middle of the road?
You said if one person is silent and the other person is loud.
Yeah, the one person is a silent person.
Yeah.
But the other person is outspoken.
Oh, well, that's our situation all day. Like me and Crafty. That is us 100%. So as somebody who's in that situation, for us, it's not bad because she's not quiet with me. She will talk and say what's on her mind. Her introvertedness, or just a person of few words. She is a person of few words. She is that kind of like you. You say your piece. You're not going to write a paragraph, but you're going to say a couple words and let people know how you feel. It doesn't bother our relationship because she's just that comfortable with me. She'll talk, but it can, and Crafty, please don't get upset.
Please don't.
It can get a little hindering if we are around like another couple. Because I feel like, and this is, I only want you to be better, seriously, and you are getting better. And this is me just being transparent. I feel like I kind of carry us both when we're in the midst of like another couple. And what that tells me is that it really depends on who it is. Like if it's some good friends of ours that we have that we're pretty comfortable around, then she opens up, she can talk. But once again, she's introverted, so she's not going to like engage immediately with somebody that's new. So she tends to hold back, and I have to carry us both sometimes in that regard. So that's the only thing, and it's not a problem, honestly.
Yeah.
But as far as like within our relationship, nah, she's not an introvert at home.
Yeah. Nah, and I think that's a good thing. When you're at home, I think that's a good thing. That you're able to, still be yourself, but you can still talk.
Right.
So.
Avion says, I think it can go both ways, honestly.
Okay.
I think people pick and choose when they want to be extra. Yep. Exert extra emotions. Yep. Exactly. Pick and choose.
Yep. Picking your battles.
Look, everybody don't deserve to see all sides of you. Like with me, some people think that, I'm a serious guy and stuff like that. But, if you know me, if you truly know me, I have other sides to me. Like there's layers to my personality, and I don't just lay like I'm not a loud person. I'm just gonna lay it all out there. You know, at least this is how I feel. You know, I keep that exclusive to people that I like and you know that I love that I deem to be friends and stuff like that. So, I just don't want everybody all in my business. I can see where it's a hindrance, especially when it comes to being around other couples, because you really don't want to conduct certain actions around other couples.
Yeah.
How about you? How's it in your household?
I mean, it kind of similar to you and Crafty. I mean, we could definitely talk to each other. It's along with what M said with the comfortable silence. Like we can, we can sit at dinner and we can talk about each other's day and have because normally I'll have Big Bang Theory on while we eat. So we, just kind of sit there and watch TV. Say a few words, especially if it's something that happened during the day. So we both feel comfortable with each other talking. Outside the home, I think we're kind of equal when it comes to talking to people because she's been around my family, my friends, so it's like she's already known them her whole life because she can sit there and joke with them and hee ha ha and just have a good time. It's now when it's people that I know that she don't really know, then yeah, she can be quiet, she'll speak. Now if it's something that she's passionate about, then yeah, she'll speak on it. But yeah, we kind of have the same vibe that you and Crafty have.
I know that just being around Mrs. Bearded, especially like in Austin, she looked very comfortable. And she asks, she likes to know how you feel about things. I noticed that, like, she likes to know how your perspective or your take or how you feel. Because I remember when we came back from, like, I think day one, she was just asking, how was it? How did it, what did you think? How did it make you feel? Like, that's real. That's important stuff right there, man. Because some people don't do that. Let's see. My wife and I switch out on it in public. She's better at handling confrontational talks, and I'm better at handling small talks with other people. We compliment each other, and hey, that's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. You're supposed to compliment each other. That's how you do it. That's what's up. Well, I mean, I feel like we pretty much said all we can say it when it comes to this topic. As far as like, talking and just the directions that that words can take us and personality traits and things like that. Is there anything else you want to add before we zoom on up out of here?
No, I think we've really covered a lot of bases with this subject. Even the chat came in with some really great comments, so we definitely appreciate y'all for that. Honestly, we appreciate y'all every time we do these because y'all have some really good points that make us think. And that's how I end up coming up with these questions that I come up with because I just be thinking of them on the fly. So
yeah, seriously, I mean, not to say that we don't have well thought out episodes,
right?
I feel like we're pretty good at what we do. Give us a topic and we can make an episode out of it.
We'll run with it.
Yeah, no notes or nothing. It's organic as can be. So, but any plugs you want to add? Anything going on your side of the content world?
On my side, so I don't know how many of y'all have been following this entire week, but this coming up Saturday will mark 7 years that I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So what I've been doing is like some videos The one I did today was a little bit longer, so I couldn't really do it as a short. So I actually posted it as a video on over on YouTube. But I'm basically going day by day of what happened to me leading up to February 1st. Now, it's a little caveat to it because technically the 31st is when it really went down, but I found out on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm considering that the first. But with all that being said, I'm doing a whole story time of how Beardy got diabetes, then which is gonna lead up to Saturday where I'm gonna do a 7-year celebration. It's probably gonna be, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be a late stream, but it will be a evening time stream because I'm gonna be going hunting early. Well, not early in the morning, but like midday Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll probably be around 8:30ish, something like that. But what I'm planning on doing is going into Roblox, and we actually have a breakthrough T1D world in Roblox. So we're actually going to explore that world, and I think it's gonna be awesome. Because that world, from what I've seen, will actually teach everybody about diabetes. It'll teach you all about the different insulin pumps, the different monitors, what they do at Congress, all different types of stuff. So I'm planning on doing that. And what I'm going to end up doing is actually compiling all the videos I made this week for the full story of how I got diabetes. So it's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna celebrate. It's gonna be it's definitely gonna be a fun time. So I hope y'all can make it. I should have put the post out earlier this week, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And yeah.
Like I said, I don't know anybody that does what you do as far as like celebrating it and embracing it. And I've always told you, like, you know, you taking something that a lot of people would consider to be you know, just a hindrance as far as like the quality of life, and you turned it around and made it a positive. That's a great thing. I mean, and I'm starting to find that there's other people that do the same thing too. So, and there's a community for it. Like, wow, like Roblox has something like that. That's crazy, man. Like, wow.
Yeah. And we actually have a world on Animal Crossings.
Okay.
So if I can figure out, I think I can figure out my capture card. If I can figure it out, then I might end up doing Animal Crossing too that same day.
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna try my best to be there. Seriously, show my man some support. It really is great thing to see. You don't allow it to hinder you. Yes,
And
I know people.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, man, it's really been an awesome. Even though it's Wednesday, it's been an awesome week because the fact that I've put these videos out on social media and people are like commenting on it, like it's like, bro, you are really reaching out to folks.
Mm-hmm.
So
keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. I watched it's a guy. You ever seen the video on YouTube of this man? He evangelizes and, you know, goes to different places talking about the gospel and stuff. And he ain't got no legs. I don't think he has no legs.
I think I might have seen something.
I'm not sure. I don't think he has any legs. I don't know if he has any arms either. It's weird. Weird, but he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about like how he took that, because, you know, he always gets those questions and stuff like that, like, where are your arms? Where are your legs? You know, how could God do this to you and stuff like that? And he just completely, he smiles and he's happy. He has like this, he's got this aura to, like, he doesn't utilize that as an opportunity to be angry or to be, you know, just mad. He turned it into something inspiring. and people listen to this man like they do. They listen to him speak because it's very amazing, to be honest, man. Like, man, some of us think we got problems. You ain't got no
half of it.
You ain't got no problems. There's people out here with real issues. Things that they know they can't. I guess it's like a come to terms type of thing. Like, okay, this isn't never going away. So I got a choice. I can either be pissed off for the rest of my life, or I can try to like live with this and show people, yeah, I got, this going on with me, but I'm still living my life. I'm still able to work. I'm still able to function. I'm still able to, I got married, still able to have children. Your life isn't over just when you get it, especially when you look at it from that perspective. So, I always got to give you credit for that, bro.
I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. What about you?
So I'm probably gonna be going live. I was thinking about going live tomorrow, then I thought about it. I'm like, shoot, man, I have to work in the morning around the time I planned on streaming. So finding a solid day has kind of been challenging for me, especially since last week was the way that it was. If y'all don't know, it snowed here and it threw off a lot of stuff for this week. So this is not a regular week for me. This is like a week of me just scrambling, trying to make up for what I missed. Yeah. Because the first of the month about to come around, and y'all already know. But Pocket's about to be feeling it. But Friday, I plan on taking the kids to school, and I'm going to come home, and we're probably going to boot up a stream somewhere between 10 and 11 a.m. Because I do still want to go and get a workout in and stuff like that. Then come home, get myself ready, and get back on it. And then next week should be a lot better than this week, streaming on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings.
Yep. Now, next week, do you, as far as next Wednesday goes?
Like I said, like every first Wednesday, that's that time period where we can go to church on Wednesdays. But I'm not gonna lie, like we haven't gone on a Wednesday in a little while. It's been a while since we've gone on a Wednesday. So the way that it's looking is looking like a no, as if us not going.
Yeah.
I sure wish they did it just more than just on Wednesdays, honestly. But it's looking like a no. So we may be just fine. We might be fine next week, but I can definitely confirm over the weekend.
Okay. Sounds good. So, all right, y'all. Well, that's the end of our wonderful episode 32. We are moving on up to our ages, which means we have done way too much, which is a good thing. But we do appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. Again, if you are on YouTube, make sure you smash that thumbs up. If you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment. We definitely appreciate it. If you're over on the Twitch side, come to the YouTube side.
Yeah. Come on over. Don't cost you nothing. We're closing in on our first 100 subscribers over on YouTube. That's a big deal. We celebrate all just the followers and all the subscribers, man. So we really appreciate the support.
Have a special episode for when we hit 100 subs.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely gonna do that. Good combo, guys. Avion, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for pulling up on us, man. And we see you, man. Keep doing your thing on YouTube. Just like I told you the other day, YouTube is where it's at.
It is definitely where it's at.
That's where it's at, man. It's just,
it might have took us long enough to figure it out, but we here now.
Should be everywhere, man. You're all over the place. But that's all we got today, y'all. I hope everybody out there has an amazing night. And enjoy the rest of your week. Be blessed. Do something nice for somebody. You know, think about that. Do something nice for somebody. There's nothing like, you know, going out of your way to help somebody out. Just does something inside that buying something for yourself doesn't do. So,
yep. Bless somebody with what God blessed you with.
Right. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
God, you're father, man.